So today we're gonna have one PPDT session. I think we all are aware with the rules which we need to follow. That is, first I'll show picture for 30 seconds and then we have to write action, and we need to fill that box for next 1 minute, and then I'll give 4 minutes to write the entire story. After that, I'll give chess numbers as per the name alphabet, and thereafter we will start. You all need to start your narration for 1 minute, and after that, we will have discussion. All right. So, are you all ready with the pen and paper?
Yeah, go on.
Yeah,
Okay. So let me share my screen. Is it visible? Okay. Your 30 seconds starts now. Please perceive it carefully. Your time is up. Please start writing the action and filling that box for next 1 minute. One minute is over. Please start writing the story for next 4 minutes. Please stop writing. 4 minutes are over. Go through your
Okay.
stories. Meanwhile, I'm assigning chess numbers. Please remember it or note it down in the chat section so that you don't forget. So, first will be Abhishek. You have to narrate first. Aishwarya is not
Yes.
pass. Aishwarya is not participating, right? Today. Okay. Second will be Divyanshu. Third will be Gaurang. Fourth is Krishna. Fifth is Manthan. Sixth is Rohit. Seventh is Shrestha. And eighth is Vignesh. Abhishek, are you ready for the narration?
Yes.
Okay, so please turn on your camera and start narrating your story for 1 minute.
Am I visible?
Yes, you are visible and audible as well.
Okay, I will start. Gentlemen, I have perceived three characters. All are male. Two are in positive mood, and one is in neutral mood. All are of age group 20 to 23. The action of my story is mountaineering camp at Dehradun. Piyush, along with his other two friends, got selected for the mountaineering camp at Dehradun. Uh, he, Piyush and his other two friends enjoyed the camp and do other activities in the camp and also visited the nearby Jim Corbett National Parks and enjoyed the jungle safari there. He enjoyed the jungle safari ride and they visited many other places. After returning to their base, they shared all the memories with their other NCC mates. Thank you.
Krish, sorry, not Krishna. Divyanshu,
Yes, ma'am.
please
Good
start
evening,
it.
everyone. I have perceived three characters, aged between 25 to 28 years, more neutral. Ram, Mohan, and Rohan were three college friends who decided to go on a forest walk. Forest trip. They decided to visit the Himalayan nature forest by car as it was the most feasible way to them. On the way, they saw some animal due to which they had to stop the car. Ram and Mohan was sco- Ram and Mohan were scared as it was a bit haunting to them. Rohan, who was a bit of expert in tackling such situation, somehow managed the situation by scaring the animal. And they later on they also reported to the concerned authorities about this incident. After everything was under control, they all managed to gather around their jeep and travel the rest of the forest and enjoyed their day. Thank you.
Okay, in the image, I perceive three characters, age group of 17 to 20, and the mood is negative. Ram and his two friends are studying in a XY college, and while studying, they took part in NCC, and they were attending NCC activities as regularly. They were got selected for the jungle trekking camp, and at the time of jungle trekking camp, they were being thought regarding staying in a group and planning and doing certain things in a jungle. And while they were been studying, Ram and his friends saw a snake was been passing through the nearby their tent. The friends were panicked, and Ram took with the help of the sticks took the snake and moved towards a safe place. And he told the incident to the instructor, and his co-cadet and instructor appreciate for his bravery.
Good evening, gentlemen. In this picture, I perceive there are three characters, and the main character of my story is Vivek, who is a 25-year-old forest ranger in a suburban area near Sariska Tiger Reserve. In the village, there was a news of a tiger being the tiger that went in the village, and the villagers were very scared and they were terrified, and they would not go out late at night or in early mornings. So this like Vivek gets the news and quickly puts up surveillance cameras and goes to the village, and later in the evening stays back and consoles the villagers, makes preparations to catch the tiger, and takes his entire team and puts them on surveillance, as well as he uses the makes use of drones and a lot of cameras, night vision cameras and motion cameras, so as to track the movement of tiger. And within a few days of hard work, they managed to successfully capture the tiger and comfort the villagers that this is a very rare occurrence and this would not happen again. The villagers thanked him and the team, and he felt satisfied with his work. Thank you everyone for your patient hearing.
Friends, I perceive three characters in the picture. My main character is Ram, age group of 22, mode positive. Ram with his friend went on a ride in a park, and while returning he saw that a puppy was seriously injured with an accident met with an vehicle. So they took an initiative to save that puppy. They took that puppy to a nearby veterinary doctor. They cured him, first aided it, and they kept that puppy with them for a few days. When it was cured, they left back that puppy to the jungle, and they put an board of saying that don't ride your vehicles in that park.
Friends, the picture shown to us, I observed three characters, all positive, and the action of my story is going to NCC camp and helping juniors there. The hero of my story is Ram, 20-year-old NCC cadet, and was an SEO, went to a field camp with his college cadets, and upon reaching there, he was giving the morning briefing by the NCO. He got to understand the daily activities there, and further divided the various teams of his juniors. He also paraded them, aligned them, and all gave their brief understanding of the daily activities, and also gave them duties like setting up a tent, then pitching duties, as well as sentry duties and daily regular classes that would be there. On giving the briefing of the sentry duties, he got to understand that there was a injury of two of his juniors, and he quickly went there, gave them first aid, and asked them to go to the shed and have rest. Afterward, the daily activities were continued, and the same day, the camp ended and they came. Thank you, everyone.
In the picture, I have perceived three characters, all in neutral mode. My character, the main character is Akash. Akash is a 20-year-old engineering student. He and his friends are attending an NCC camp. During the camp, they were assigned task. They and the instructor heard some loud noises from the nearby bush. They soon realized it was a wild bear, and they realized that they have to stop it and not let it go inside the campsite. So they made loud noises and flung into action to scare it away. After scaring it away, they finished unloading the goods and then returned to the barracks, and they alerted everyone else of the wild animals nearby and to stay alert from them. Thank you.
Hi friends, I perceive the three characters. Both are male characters. 21 year and 22 and then 21-year-old. The Abhishek is a 21-year-old. Is a B final year student. Is going holiday trip for mountaining in our friends. Is took our jeep to friends and then going a mountain nearby mountain to our friends, and then night stay is night time is going on. That wheel is punctured like that. They are stop that wheel, and then thank you.
Please start discussion.
Okay. So friends,
By
When
looking
as
at the
many of
picture,
us has
I
perceived
consider
three
we all
characters,
have been
and all are
considered
male and
a
all are
person is a
Most of
NCC
us
cadet,
have made a story around the forest.
and we have considered it as
Gentlemen,
a
we have
person is
made
attending
the
a
all of us
NCC.
have seen a common theme here that the three people are the forest rangers. So we can in the news we hear a lot these days. Like recently, also we heard about tiger escaping to village Mandli, that is in MP. So we can go about it as it seems to be a recent and common issue. So a tiger
But
escaping in a
as Krishna,
village
you
seems to be a
mentioned
very good.
there. they are been mentioned the drones and anything, but by looking at the picture they are been in a dress like a uniform person, and we can
So
take it as a
As
they
per the
can be
NCC
in a
cadets. They
uniformed
are been
person.
attending
They can
for
be
a,
they can be
uniformed
an
they are
person
been
uniform
attending
like
for a
forest rangers,
NCC.
and can be using modern technology in order to track the footsteps and track the movement of the tiger.
But
so
Krishna, I think that they are
as
not
most of the
forest
setup NCC
the
cadets,
age
they
is
Yes,
basically
because two of them were scared
and maybe
by
some
looking at
animal barked
something.
into the feet
uh,
Yeah,
and they were
If
trying
they
to
are
we
stop it.
forest
can,
ranger, they should have any weapon to stop
cover and
the.
cover
as
just for a ride.
many as person have mentioned regarding the NCC, as we can take a guy who's been learning in a college and he was attending a NCC camp.
But
During his
we see
NCC
a big
tenure,
vehicle
we
behind,
can
and
consider
we
him
can
as
make
a,
it as a forest
at
ranger,
the
as
time of,
the
as
area
Rohit
looks
has
like
been
a
considered the,
suburban area. Like it looks like a suburban area, and I do agree that the dress looks like a NCC cadet. So we can go ahead with that theme also. But I think like making them forest ranger seems to be a more suited more suited story to the picture shown to
Krishna,
us.
according to me,
As
as there we can
they
see a
should have
jeep
some
behind.
safety.
So as Rohit has said, the
Have
guys were in
safety.
a sentry duty in a NCC. There will be a sentry duty at a night, and a person sees any kind of animals or in a certain place, and he informs to the SEO as our main hero, and he took initiative to, as we can see, consider a snake was being moving towards the barrack, and these two sentry people are informed to the senior under officer, and he came and took it initiative to take away from the snake from to the safest place, and
So, Gaurang, I completely agree with your story. It
We
seems to,
can
I tend to agree with your story. So we can go ahead and make the three characters as NCC cadets
Correct.
yeah,
who
yeah.
were on a like duty, and
so
then
we
they
can
saw
say
a
that
wild
they
animal. Instead of making it a snake, let's just make it a little bigger wild animal. Let's
Yes,
make it
Krishna,
some
but
bigger wild
actually,
animal,
I would say
because
that
it seems
two
like there
of
are a lot of people. So yeah,
as
yeah.
Gaurang
Go
said
on.
that
according to
Yeah,
me,
yeah.
Gaurang
the
said
two
that
people were scared.
NCC
Actually,
cadets.
they were shown in
So
the
we can
picture. Their
say
facial
Yeah, two
expressions were
people were
scared.
scared, and the
the
hero is
snake
taking
is
initiative to help
on
it.
the campsite.
Yes,
So
the
while
one
snake
who
So
had
is
he
experience
motivates
in
the other two
tackling such
candidates. The hero
situations.
of the story motivates the other two candidates to be not so to be
yeah,
not afraid of the
Yeah, he
animal
shows the
and
method to
take,
tackle the
yeah,
yes.
right.
yeah, they saw that snake
Somehow, with the available resources, they were unable to tackle the situation.
so
saying that
actually
snake camp
so
area.
it's actually
So
if it's a wild animal, right? It would be a bit problematic for the cadet side
yeah,
to be there
I
because
agree
they
with
would be
Rohit.
having
Yeah, if
Yeah,
I consider
agree.
if the
Rohit makes a very
we can
rational point here. It's a very rational point that it would be, if it's a wild animal, it would be a big
so
thing for NCC cadets. So that is why the story of forest rangers seem to be more appropriate in this story.
what
So let
But
us make it.
we can do
aesthetically,
is
so
it would
I
be around
consider
Let us
because
make it.
290 to 20
a
years old,
person
so
away
they can
consider
take care of it.
if now we
But
can see
guys,
that
if you take a
NCC
wild
camps
animal,
never takes
they
under consideration risk of
though
the
they are
cadets,
wild animal,
so
their
they take
intelligence
place at
level
a
is not
safest
good enough.
area, and we can
Rather
tell
than
as the
taking a
snakes
wild
as a one
animal,
of the
we can
common
assume that it
thing
is a
in the
snake
forest.
or a scorpio.
I think
We can assume that.
I think
No,
what Session has mentioned about wild boar, we can include that. Maybe there is a wild boar. It was trying to enter inside the
Rohit,
camp,
according to
and
me, NCC camps never conducts in one of the risk-taking
Yeah,
place.
agree
So
with Gaurav.
we can take us smaller things as these two cadets were fear of snakes.
Yeah,
So let us make it about hyena. But the thing about hyena is they
Which
generally
is
travel
common
in
in the
groups. Yeah, but
recent
hyenas are a
nearby
very
forest also.
common animal
one of our
that are
friends
seen
actually
in
told
the
about
Yeah,
Indian
yeah, we can
suburban
consider
areas.
hyena. Yes.
So we can make it hyenas, and to tackle the hyenas, if hyenas see a big bunch of people, they are usually scared away on their
scared
own.
away.
So if they are NCC cadets, they are going on such a trek, or they are going on such a
Yeah.
route, they must have a gun or two with them. So few aerial shots are
No,
enough
no,
to scare any wild animal
Krishna, the
away.
cadets have been not handed over the guns to them. We can
All
consider
right.
they were doing a duty in the at a certain places, and they saw a hyena and they got feared, and they quickly
Friends,
informed to the
let
senior
us
under
They
officer.
can make loud
let us
noises, even use the horn of the
yes.
gypsy behind. So
Let us
that
not
will
say
that's enough
fear.
to scare the hyenas.
Yes. So we can
Yeah,
say
yeah,
that
we can go with that,
they scared the highness away, and then they informed the authorities about what happened the following the
and
previous
later informed the instructor
inform
regarding the incident also.
inform their seniors and instructors regarding hyena. So yeah, we can take this.
yeah, I think so
From the next night, they increase the security in
yes,
the camp area.
yes.
Yeah, they set up the boundaries regarding the camp areas. We can say that.
Yes.
Okay, so please nominate one for the conclusion.
I would nominate with
I'll nominate Krishna for
Krishna,
the
I can nominate.
Okay, Krishna, go.
okay.
Okay. So the common story goes like this. There are a bunch of NCC cadets who are on a camp, and they are doing a camp in a area where there are risks of wild animals. And one day, like one of the days in the evening, there was a snake that they saw. They was approaching their camp in their tents. So they all gathered and quickly informed the other cadets, and the hero of our story took initiative and told the other cadets not to be scared, and they used their skills and the limited resources they have to tackle the situation, and they managed to capture the snake, as well as they managed to put it away from their camps. Also, from the next time, they made sure that the security of the camp was much better, and they did it more safely. Thank you, everyone. Okay, I think that was it. I tried to cover everyone's points.
All right, everyone. So
Yeah,
it was a good discussion. I have jotted down narration timing, so I'm sending into the chat section. Please check it. Regarding the feedback, sir will see the recording and he will definitely give you feedback maybe by today itself or tomorrow morning.
yeah, fine.
I have one question. If there is no animal in the picture, then why you all have considered it?
Okay,
Because
so
they
the
are,
Because it
reason
seems
for
that we
that
are in
is,
a forest area, so that
yeah,
it is quite
it
possible
it
for
is
an
a
animal to
forest
be there.
area.
it looks
So
like a
that
suburban area, and two of them seem to be scared, and they are moving towards something. So it
Actually, what
seems,
yes,
yeah.
what
so
we can
Krishna, my
point
point
out
was
is
that if you are considering an animal, so why hyena? भाई hyena बहुत बड़ा wild animal होता है और
No,
जहाँ
no,
पे
no. Hyena
hyena
is actually not a big thing. Like you come to know
So I
hyenas, you
consider a
can see
snake.
on
yeah,
roads
It
as
is
well.
traveling through the bushes. So a guy,
और
both were behind the skate, and the
जहाँ पे hyena
person who
होता है
saw the tackled
Okay,
fine.
okay.
Not that.
Just a second. In my story, I made it a tiger because abhi, like where I live, 5 kilometers away from here, there's a village called Mandli. It's an actual village, and there is a tiger on the loose. You can see it on the internet. So yeah, there's a literal tiger on the loose, and we have got footage of it as well. So I
so
don't think any animal is too big for a picture.
so
If it's
if
happening in real life.
if it like would not have included any animal, we could have just said they were in sentry duty, as most of us have said, and
Yeah.
like somehow they heard any third news like nearby the camp. They went to the area, checked it, and like they saw a shadow, shooed it away, and the next time they informed the authorities, and like the following night they took the actions, preventive actions, like because they
Rohit, like if you did not see an animal and it's a shadow, this story will seem kind of vague. It's like a cop out from the situation if you are not like actually adding something. So
so
rather than
maybe
that, if you
night
don't want to
is
add an animal, it could be something like they were on a camp, okay, NCC cadets if you're making them, and one of them, like, let's say, gets hurt or something like this, and then the others were, they help him rescue and treat him or something like this. This could be another plot that we could think about.
yeah, sure thing.
Another
Uh,
plot that come, yeah, Shweta, go on.
you please carry on.
Okay, like another plot that comes to my mind in such images is that they are probably going somewhere and they're sorry. Go on.
go on, nothing.
Yeah. So like probably something like they found an obstacle or something, like they were going somewhere and they found an obstacle and they tried to overcome the obstacle. It could be anything. Their vehicle getting broken down. They see some person getting injured, or probably something that just creates an obstacle in their course, and then they complete it. So this seems to be another viable plot that we could think of upon these
Krishna,
lines,
we
you know.
can consider the guys were traveling with the jeep in a jungle. The jeep got
No,
stuck,
actually,
and
Jeep can be just for the point of reference. You can just consider that in any NCC camp, there are some of the other truck
yeah,
that is
yeah,
always lying there. You
always
can always
it
see.
is present. Yes, Rohit.
Also, regarding the forest point, I would like to add one more thing. Like, if I have sent the picture in the group, if you see it clearly, the people are not looking like working professional. I mean, you can consider it, but we can also take them as trainee. So, and regarding the forest point, there is only one tree, and you can see the ground behind, and no animal is there. So I think the animal part is, it was like, adding something negative unnecessarily.
A bit over exaggerated, what I felt. But okay, it's fine. Okay, okay.
Krishna, you were not audible. You were on mute.
Turn on your.
By mute, I think.
I'm really sorry. Don't worry. I was sitting with my brother actually. He is also preparing. Yeah. I think, to be honest, it comes down to your
Perception. Perception.
yeah, it's yeah, like if you are like some in some pictures it's just too hazy. Let's say who was it, Shweta, let's see, you see a picture of a guy just like sitting. You would have to add something, and there are some pictures which don't even have a character. Like in one of my SSBs, I got a picture where there was only one hand that was holding a hunter or something, or rope or something. So such pictures are also there without any without any characters. So sometimes we have to add certain things to add elements to our story, I believe.
But
But
Krishna, I want to say something that as you wrote in your story, you have mentioned tigers, no? But you are living in that area where you are facing the problems from tiger, or you have tiger in your area. But not other villages have same problems, no?
Right. So for that reason, I added a point you must have heard. I said near the Sariska Tiger Reserve. I said, and Sariska is a tiger reserve in Alwar district of Rajasthan. So that is why I mentioned that tweak. A little tweak can change the entire perception. So tiger seems to be a very big issue, but in a
Yeah,
village such as Alwar, tiger would not be a big issue because it is common for them.
yeah, it is common for them, but it is not common for means for many other people,
Yeah,
no?
yeah. For 90% of the population, it's
Yeah,
not such a common thing.
common
But
thing.
you
Yeah,
can add, right? It's a Sariska. Oh, okay. Tiger is not an issue. You can add a leopard. No, not leopard. What is it called? I'm forgetting the name. No, it's not leopard. Leopard are not there in India. तेंदुआ तेंदुए को क्या
Cheetah.
बोलते हैं इंग्लिश में? तेंदुए को
yeah.
इंग्लिश में क्या बोलते हैं?
Leopard,
पैंथर?
लेपर्ड ही बोलते हैं ना?
Leopard?
leopard,
Leopard? Are
yes,
you sure?
yes,
Are you
Panther is the
sure?
one.
हाँ तो I think
yes.
leopard are more common then.
ये इंसिडेंट तो हुआ है यहाँ
But
पर.
Krishna, we consider it as a camp, so we can consider it away from animals, such animals, to a some safest place we can conduct in camp, and most common animals which been seen, because we
And
consider
welfare of
animal because the two-person were getting a freer type of expression, and the boy in the front is been leading to help that.
yeah, if you are seeing a tiger or a hyena, no one will lead.
We
Yeah,
And
can
yeah,
say
yeah.
that it is a wild dog. Wild dog would be the most suitable, I
Yeah,
guess.
as Rohit that considers sentry duty they have been performing, we can take that also.
we can take that.
All right,
Yeah, but
everyone.
that is why you could like sometimes I do agree with you that it looks like it you can add of a NCC camp or something. It's a very good plot you're saying, but that is why sometimes if you are making it such a big issue, then you should make the characters competent enough to perform that task. So I made it forest rangers. अभी
Yeah,
मैनिट में there were two tigers. I hope you all know. मैनिट is like NIT भोपाल. तो उधर there were two tigers. So they managed to capture one of them. One of them they did not capture. It strayed off on its own. So you can make it forest rangers because
But
this is the
if
job
we
of forest rangers to tackle such animals also. Yeah,
but
Rohit?
why
if we
forest
just
rangers
put a
here?
forest, if we just put say a forest animal, in front of NCC, then NCC people won't have gun or anything like that. Shoot away. But
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
just
If there is a wild animal, then there won't be a NCC camp because campsite is safe.
Yeah, exactly. Like that is why I did not want to make it NCC cadets, because to be honest, I do not have that expertise in NCC. I've never done NCC, so I try to avoid NCC because I do not have that amount of knowledge about NCC. So I made it
All
about
right.
forest rangers because those
Friends,
are competent people to tackle such issue.
I think it's fine. We can discuss any other alternative
Okay.
themes.
Yes, yes. I wanted to come to that
Perfect.
point. I got your point, Krishna,
Hello,
and
Shweta.
what everybody is saying. I want to ask, like the alternative themes apart from forest and NCC. Any other themes which you have?
Shweta, I had a
What I thought is a group of means three people are waiting for where for a jungle safari we can consider.
Rohit. I have a question that in SSB we can write our story regarding defense background. Means if we took NCC, it is a part of Ministry of Defense. So we can add this or what?
Definitely, Manthan. Like I'll say you can definitely write, and even I wrote in my attempt, and in the attempt I got recommended. I made two stories about the army, like
Okay, okay, fine.
so. I think it works somehow. Like if the picture is clearly showing somebody with a gun, they are clearly showing somebody wearing a camouflage uniform or something. Certainly, you can make it about the Indian Armed Forces.
Okay, fine.
They expect you to write about the armed forces in this scripture
Okay,
like this.
fine.
All right, everyone. So let's wind up the session for now. It was really a good discussion. Thank you all for joining it, and I'll request sir to provide the feedback as well on the narration and discussion part.
Yeah, and
Okay.
thank you, Shweta, for conducting and everyone for cooperating. Thank you, everyone.
Thank
Yes,
you
let's
everyone.
catch
I'm
up
grateful.
tomorrow. Okay,
Okay.
bye.
Good night.
Bye
Good
bye.
night.
Good night, everyone.